We are back with Sinas Dramis Law Firm today, and this time we're discussing a difficult but important topic: wrongful death cases. What families should know when a loved one's death may have been caused by someone else's negligence. Katie Tucker is here with us today, and she's going to break down that topic. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for having me, Rochelle.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to talking about this topic because this is something that people don't want to prepare for, but it's something that may happen regardless of our circumstances. So a lot of times when people hear the words wrongful death, they may not exactly understand what that means.
Sure.
Can you kind of break down that phrase?
Sure. So wrongful death, actually in Michigan we have a wrongful death statute, and it provides for civil culpability or liability in a circumstance when someone has died as a result of someone else's negligence or other wrongful act. It's different than a criminal charge. It is a civil claim that is pursued on behalf of a personal representative that's appointed by the court to represent the interests of the estate and the surviving family members of the estate.
Okay, it's good to know that there's that distinct difference. Like you said, wrongful death versus a criminal
action for homicide or correct, yes.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, what's something else that people often get wrong when you use the word wrongful death case?
Yeah, so a common misconception is that there has to be a criminal case in order to pursue the civil claim. That is not accurate or true. The standards for pursuing the claim are different. A common misconception is that there has to be some criminal wrongdoing in order to pursue a civil remedy.
Well, since we are within the state of Michigan, who exactly can bring a wrongful death claim forward?
A personal representative is typically appointed by the probate court. Oftentimes that's a family member, someone who's in close relationship to the decedent, and they are appointed to represent the estate in the interests of their surviving family members. That it can include spouses, children, grandchildren, siblings, and to pursue claims that the estate may have that would benefit those individuals.
So when people hear the word wrongful death claim, what kinds of losses, though, Katie, are we talking about?
Yeah, so the losses can range from medical expenses, other types of financial loss of companionship in society to the decedent's family members. And also there's something unique in Michigan called a survival action, where you can actually pursue damages for the conscious pain and suffering if the decedent was survived for a period of time after the injury or the incident that caused their death. You can actually pursue those damages as well for that conscious pain and suffering. So it covers a whole array of damages.
Yeah, that is a huge array there. But oftentimes there are still mistakes that families make despite that. What have you seen?
The biggest mistake that we see is people waiting too long, waiting years or even months and months after a tragic incident. But the sooner that you can take steps to investigate, the better, for all sorts of reasons, depending on the incident that caused the injury, and being able to get accurate witness recollection from potential witnesses.
Is there any other advice that you want to give to them today?
First of all, my heart goes out to you if you're someone who is dealing with the loss of a loved one and considering the potential that they may have a claim arising out of whatever circumstance led to their death. But consulting with a lawyer who has handled this type of work in these cases, this is something that our firm does routinely, can really give you the specific information that you need to decide, do you have a viable claim, and then what are the next steps? There's a whole series of steps that have to be taken to protect and preserve the claims that the estate may have. So consultation with a legal representative is a great recommendation.
Yeah, consultation, and again, remembering time is of the essence. Of course, we want to sit down here and grieve and go through that healing process, but sometimes this is actually where it starts.
Absolutely, yes. The action is not only to pursue damages, but to ensure accountability, to have answers, and also to assist the surviving family members who have suffered this devastating personal loss, but may also have financial losses, to get back on their feet and to make sure, especially in cases where there are children involved, to ensure that their future is bright and preserved. So taking that action, investigating this is the best thing you can do.
All right. Well, thank you so much for starting this conversation. There's so much more that we can get into, but if you do have more questions, you can look at the information listed below. We have Sinas Dramis' information, but we also have all of this listed on our WLX website. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Rochelle. Great to be with you.